Hello everybody and welcome back to a new edition of the Rumour Mill. Don't get upset, I'm wearing a hat. It's a bad hair day, it does happen. I apologise, a lot of people don't like hats. So disclaimer there straight away. As always guys, we are sponsored by Ship Bikes USA, putting that capital P into quality motorcycle maintenance really. So make sure you go check those guys out, they've got great motorcycle gear on their equipment and all the sorts. So yeah, we'll get into the rumour mill right now, and there's been some exciting news guys, hasn't there? Now Leeds are I mean this has just come completely out of the blue, but Diego Llorente. Now if you watch La Liga, if you watch Spanish football, you'll know about Diego Llorente, 27 years of age. It looks like Leeds are getting this centre-back. Yes! A centre-back, a great position Leeds United need to improve in. We're getting this done before the weekend. As Phil Hay has just tweeted out, as per Brian Sky Sports, Leeds United close to a deal for Real Sociedad centre-back Diego Llorente. Victor Orta in talks, negotiations ongoing, club looking to get a deal done before the weekend. Thank God a transfer. We need a transfer. We need a little bit of a boost. We really do. And yeah, that's amazing. I'm so happy with that. Diego Llorente, what a player. Once again, I tell you, every time he's, go check him out. If you don't watch La Liga, go check him out. This guy, Spanish international, played wonderfully for Real Sociedad for many years. Good passer out from the back. Once again, very versatile on the back line. A monster as well. Very good on the floor. And this will be a very, very good signing for Leeds United. So if you don't know a lot about Diego Llorente, as I keep saying, he's played for the Spanish national side, but this is going to be a really interesting dynamic when it comes to Leeds' centre-backs now. This guy's not going to be coming in cheap. This guy's not going to be coming in with the mindset of starting on the bench. So I do not know what happens now. I genuinely thought Leeds would be going for a second string centre-back, but it doesn't look like Leeds are doing that. This guy's a starter. So we're bringing in Diego Llorente. So what does that mean for Robin? What does that mean for Liam Cooper? Whether or not this just means it's going to keep our backline competitive. I mean, I presume it is. I mean, who knows? But this is going to be so interesting to see the development of this. Has Bielsa been looking at Robin and thought, I'm not 100% sure on that? Obviously, Diego Llorente been a right-sided centre-back. He likes to have a left and a right-sider. Is it going to be competition for Robin Koch? Who knows? But this is so interesting in terms of the squad because Leeds United, Diego Llorente is going to make a certain impact on this starting 11. Now, this just isn't a mug signing, guys. Liverpool were reported for Diego Llorente literally a couple of months ago for £40 million. So I don't know how much this is going for. There's been rumours of 20, rumours of 25, but Leeds are clearly seeing this as a position where we have to improve. We have to get better. We have to have more competition. Does this mean that Pascal Struijk goes out on loan? I don't know. I would hope not, because obviously he's another left-sider, which we need to be competitive with Liam Cooper. But then we've got Struijk, Cooper, Diego Llorente and Robin. That'd be excellent centre-back cover and on all fronts really. And for me, suits us down to a T, and that'll be perfect for the season going ahead. But Diego Llorente is a high-calibre centre-back, probably the highest calibre centre-back we've got. There's rumours around saying literally that it could be concluded today. And obviously with the media and everything that goes around, Leeds United signings, it goes around, general signings anyway, the deal gets done quite early, and then it's all about the social media. Then it's all about getting the player in the kit and doing all this sort of stuff and getting the player registered as a squad player. So this all then happens towards the back end of the week. We could see this deal moving extremely quickly, which makes this just so interesting. But I'm so excited. Any high caliber player that comes into Leeds United, as I keep saying, I'm not here for sentiment. I'm here for quality. I want us to stay in the division. And someone like Diego Llorente, massive clubs in for him only a couple of months ago. I'm absolutely buzzing with that one. So guys, the next rumour, as we keep talking about, is Dan James. Now Dan James, it keeps progressing. There's been talks apparently about it being a loan signing with an obligation or an option to sign. Would I want Dan James in this starting lineup? Of course you would. Absolute pace that terrifies any defenders. And would he develop under Marcelo Bielsa? We all know he would. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's good at what he does, but he's nowhere near in the same calibre, in the same league, coaching players, improving players as Marcelo Bielsa. You look at Marcelo Bielsa's track record of improving players, it's on a different trajectory to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So, Solskjaer. So it is one of those where we know if Dan James came to Leeds, it would be an impressive signing by Leeds, and I think he'd flourish at Leeds. It seems to be there's a big spotlight on Dan James at Manchester United, and there's a lot of criticism coming his way. He's only a young kid. He wouldn't have have the weight of the world on his shoulders at Leeds United. He'd have time to develop, like we give all our players time to develop at Leeds United. I don't think you get that same time at Manchester United, so him coming to Leeds would be a great signing. The feeling coming out of many camps today is it's very dependent on Manchester United's ability to bring in another winger. Leeds are very, very keen on bringing him in, but it's very dependent on the variables of maybe Manchester United bringing in a Jadon Sancho, as I spoke about the other day. But do I think Dan James would want to come to Leeds? Yes, he initially wanted to come to Leeds. As I keep saying, that spotlight can really be a burden. Playing under Marcelo Bielsa, I don't care if you're at the biggest club in the world. Someone like Marcelo Bielsa is a lure, will always be a lure. It will, no matter where you are in the world, Marcelo Bielsa coming in for you, that will turn your head for me. 100%. Just the coach, where you can get to in your playing ability, the player that you can become. You know, there's so many variables coming, you know, that go alongside Marcelo Bielsa. You know, you look at Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips was, let's be right, probably second to Ronaldo Vieira. Marcelo Bielsa comes in and makes him one of the best players in the Championship and one of the most hot prospect young English talents. Same with Stuart Dallas, same with Luke Ayling. We know with Bielsa, he improved that squad. He barely brought anyone in. So yeah, very, very exciting. I would love Dan James. I really would. I just don't know if I'd spend that much money on him. But, you know, if the fee is bandied around, what would I rather, a loan or would I rather a buy? I would rather a buy. The reason behind that is because, you know, if there is an option to buy, that's great, but I wouldn't want to improve Dan James to a next level, then give him back to Manchester United. That would kill me in so many ways. Guys, as well, POLGAR. Now, POLGAR is a Fiorentina defensive midfielder, centre midfielder. Now, there's been a lot of controversy with POLGAR. He's a very... There's things that have happened in his past which aren't great on a PR standpoint, but at the same time, Leeds apparently were interested for 10, then 13.5. Those rumours have been quashed. That has not happened, allegedly. Obviously, we've not seen it from Mike McGrath, who I trust, you guys know. We've not seen it from Phil Hay. We've seen it from a couple of outlets out there, but I don't know if it's just lazy journalism. He's a DM. Do we need a DM? No. I know he's played in Cam a lot this season, but as a standardised DM... Well, as a standardised cam, really, you'd want someone who's been in that position for 3 or 4 years, not just someone who's been there for 6 to 12 months. It's not, for me, it's not the option to go for. It would be an exciting signing if it was someone to control that midfield. Then in that sort of centre midfield, that 8 position to maybe challenge Click, I'd like that, but I just do not see that happening. And as Phil says, he's got rid of it. He said that there's no interest there with this guy whatsoever. So that one is done. Of course, what do we talk about all the time on the rumour mill? It's Roddy Depay. Now, we don't know what's going on. Once again, there's outlets here, there and everywhere talking about him. I mean, it's just one of those things where the player clearly wants to move. Udinese want a certain price. They've actually come down from 40 to 35 on the asking price. But are Leeds going to match that? I don't know. Are they waiting for them maybe to get down to 30 and then they can maybe make an agreement there? I would probably say that's a sensible thing to do. I presume that is what Leeds are doing. But we just don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And it's very interesting to see if Leeds let this go out and out and out and wait. Because apparently Udinese are fine with him staying. But in you know, why are we still in negotiations then? You know, if we are still in talks, which a lot of proper outlets are saying we are, Udinese, you know, if they wanted to keep the man, they would just get rid of it. You know, Leeds, nah. Like Brighton were doing with Leeds with Ben White, but it doesn't seem like Udinese are doing that. They're trying to negotiate a fee. Who knows what's going to happen with Depay, but we do have some excellent alternatives. If you with guys, we've got just some sort of understanding here from David Cartledge, who is a reporter, who says, on Llorente, very tidy footballer on the ball, comfortable moving out of centre-back and can also feature as a DM. Feeling that he has stagnated in the last few years and lost recovery pace, can be exposed in a higher line, had a few bad injuries. Luis Enrique still a huge admirer though. So that, you know, that's something that, you know, you've also got to take into account. Obviously, when he's been playing for Real Sociedad, he's not had that massive move. So we're not talking a world-class player here, but he's definitely someone who potentially could come in as a recovery centre-back, but he's a very, very good player. And I've seen this guy play. I can't say that I've ever seen him exposed before in terms of that higher line, but if that is a feeling from many clubs in Spain, or you know, as David said, if that is a feeling from some clubs in Spain, that could be a little bit of a problem in terms of the amount of pace that is in the Premier League. But we'll just have to wait and see. There is no doubting of this guy's quality. But yeah, guys, I hope you've enjoyed that version of the Room Mill. It's been obviously a little bit different in terms of we've actually got breaking news. So yeah, that's very exciting. Stay tuned to One Leeds. We've got loads of stuff coming up this week. We're doing opposition previews, we're doing previews, we're getting the fan cams out later on today. Obviously, we've got everything coming up at the weekend. So it is non-stop here, and I am a one-man team. So if you wouldn't mind slapping a like and subscribe to the channel if you would, guys, and I will see you in a bit.